Tonight I'm being joined by Lucas, which was another one of the players. He was playing for the Seattle Speedroids. So
Yep.
we are going to be talking about every single deck, breaking them all down, and explaining why they won or why it took so long for them to win in some cases, or like why
Explaining
they were
the choices.
Yeah, everything, the whole shebang. So that's good. Here we go. So we're starting it off big. We're starting it off with Armed Dragon Thunder. Armed Dragon. So you are actually playing Armed Dragon level 10.
Yes.
Okay.
So the reason level. So do you want to go over like the amounts that we're playing in each, then go over everything else?
Yeah, we'll talk about the things that like I have questions on, or that you have questions on, so we can answer things.
Okay.
Close enough. That's right. Okay, so Armed Dragon level 10, you're running one of it. Then Armed Dragon level 10 white, one of those. 2 Armed Dragon Thunder level 10. 3 Armed Dragon Thunder level 3. 3 level 5. Only 2 level 7. An Armed Dragon the Armored Dragon. I don't know why you're playing this. We'll talk about that in a minute. 3 DD Crow. 3 Effect Veiler. So this is where some of your hand traps went, was this deck.
Yes.
3 Pile Armed Dragon. 1 Red MD. 1 Tempest. That actually makes a ton of sense. Double Armed Dragon Blitz. Triple Flash. Double Lightning. 1 Called By. 1 Feather Duster. 1 Reborn. 1 Avarice. Double Prospy. Double Twin. And double World Legacy Guard Dragon. In the side, you're running a Pank, triple Droll, triple Chalice, triple Lance, 2 more Prospies, a Thunderbolt, and double Summon Limit.
Yeah, that was Avarice.
What did I say?
Prospy. You said
double
Prospy.
Avarice. What am I talking about? It's fine.
You're good.
Then Zeus, a Mountain Smasher, number 35, number 81, a Red Ice Flare Metal, a Sky Palace, a Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Gustav Mex. You are playing Volafrenge. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
1 BLS, 1 Dragoonity, 1 Great Fly, 1 Pisty, 2 Heretic Seal actually, and 1 Triple Burst.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So, what questions or things did you want?
So first off, why the level 10? Let's start
So,
with the big one.
Armed Dragon Blitz. That is why. So, level Thunder 10 becomes Armed Dragon level 10. So if you use Blitz, you can only summon Basic 10. So yeah, Basic 10's in there because Thunder 10 becomes Basic 10's name. Well, it has 1 attack point, and Blitz only summons the exact name of the Armed Dragon. So Thunder 10 can't summon Thunder 10. Thunder 10 can only summon Basic 10. So he's another monster for the discarding for the rest of them, and he can be freely summoned to let me make a rank 10 if I need to.
Yeah. And then you've got Armed Dragon level 10 white.
Freely able to special summon itself.
Makes sense.
As a 3k bait stick.
We know why you're playing the Armed Dragon Thunders. Why only 2 7s
So,
with 2 10s? I'm just curious.
So the reason is I don't ever expect to get to multiple 10s on the field, but being able to, I don't want to see like 2 7s in my starting hand, or just like 2 5s is annoying, but it's only 1 tribute. 2 7s, I can't summon them.
Makes sense. Okay. Why the Armored Dragon?
It's another dragon that I can
summon.
do. It's a wind, and if I punch over something, I get to summon Thunder 5, and then in main 2 makes 7 and 10.
Makes sense. 3 Crow and 3 Veiler makes sense.
Yeah.
You're playing Pile.
Freely summoned by pitching a wind dragon or another level 7 or higher dragon.
Okay.
And I'm playing a bunch of rank 7s, so basically if I needed to, I can make rank 7s pretty easily with him.
Makes
Along
sense.
with, he just makes himself big by sending armed dragons to the grave.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Then we got Red MD, that makes sense. Tempest makes perfect sense. It's all wind dragons.
Yeah, all of them are wind dragons.
Double Blitz makes sense.
The only target I have is Thunder, like big Thunder 10, so it was just, if I get it, cool. If I don't, not a big deal.
3 Flash.
Flash, get out 3. Basically just 3 more copies of 3.
All the rest
basically,
of the stuff is pretty odd. Like, everything else in the list is really, it makes sense.
And because I pitched so many things, I was like, maybe extra Avarices if I play against like Jinzo or something, and I think the game's gonna go for a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, if we get into a grind game, extra Avarices makes sense. So basically just basic good Dragon Link monsters plus Great Fly and BLS because big guys. And then rank 7 and 10s because I end on 7 and 10s.
Yeah, 100%. that makes complete sense. Like, the rest of this list makes perfect sense to me at all. So ninjas. Yeah. We played 3 Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser, 1 Amorphage Goliath, 1 Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, 1 Fallen of Albaz, triple Hanzo, 1 Getsuga, triple Jogen, and 1 Kagen, 1 Shingetsu, triple Upstart Golden, double Yellow, and then 2 Alchemy, 1 Branded in Red, 1 Called By, 1 Double or Nothing, 1 Hidden Valley, 1 Reborn, double Notebook, 1 Rhoda, triple Xyz Import, Ninjutsu Art of the Dancing Leaves at 1, 3 Super Transformation, 1 Regular, and 3 Shade Brigadine. In the side, we got a Pankratops, triple Book, 1 Change, 1 Feather Duster, triple Lightning Storm, triple Raigeki, and triple D Barrier, with a excuse me, with an extra deck of 1 Albion, 1 Guardian Chimera, and 1 Mirror Jade, with a Dweller, a Blade Armor, a Zeus, a Dreadnoid, and a Utopia double, a Baguska, Max, another Gustav Max, the Juggernaut Lieb, a Redoer, a Tornado Dragon, and a Saizo.
What can become level 10 would be the main question I have.
Dreadnoid. Number 27, when it attacks, and when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you get the special
then that can make into Gustav, which then can
burn for 2k and then make a
leave. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what does that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the Dreadnoid.
Yeah.
Everything else in this deck is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
The Fallen of Albaz was a really neat play, because being able to make Mirror Jade with your opponent's stuff, Super Transformation just going plus 1,000,000 is really good.
Yes, it is. Especially if you're playing against an extra deck.
Oh yeah, we just didn't expect a non-extra deck focused deck in week 1, which happens. It is what it is. But yeah, this deck it's banging. It's really cool. I'm really happy with what we came up with. There's ways we could have made it better, like cutting the Utopia double package for like a Magic Planter. Things like that would have been really strong. But having 3 options to just cut people off.
Having a bunch of options just of, like, you're playing a rank 4 deck. Like, that's mainly what it is. It's just a rank 4 deck, which, very powerful rank 4 deck that can also just summon Barrier Statue on your opponent's turn.
It sure can.
Like, it's
and
definitely
get rid of one
very
of their cards.
Good. Yeah.
Or Fallen of Albaz, make a Mirror Jade, banish a card for free, and then Branded in Red, you get for free to make a Guardian Chimera for the clapback.
Yeah, so it makes perfect sense why it, like, beat Volcanic, that wasn't doing a lot, but, like, Super Transformation, I imagine, wasn't that great against Volcanic because they just didn't leave anything on the field half the time.
No. Super Transformation, we won in spite of it being in the deck.
Yeah.
Is what it felt like, because we played 2 weeks in a row where it was just like the extra deck just didn't matter.
Well, not even that. Your summon off of Super Transformation, like, against Armed Dragon, just doesn't matter. I can't special summon except Wind? Okay.
Yeah, so what would have been better is, like, because Fallen of Albaz doesn't do anything in that matchup either, siding those 2 out, putting in the Pankratops, you can still summon Pankratops off this thing, too.
Yes.
Which is nice, which is why it's in the side.
As long as, like, they have a not low-leveled monster, so as long as it's higher than, like, what, level 3 or lower? 3 or higher?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, because it has to
it has to be
levels less than or equal, so I think it has to be, like, level 3, because the rest of them are all...
Yeah.
Unless you use Jogen exactly.
Yeah. But with its level 3, it's still fine. And then the Xyz imports are in here to out things that we couldn't otherwise out. And it makes, like, Blade Armor Ninja have, like, 1,000,000 attacks, which is hilarious. Or putting things on Zeus is also really funny.
It looks... And it's funny because Ninja versus Armed Dragon, both decks played the Zeus because those were the 2 best Xyz decks.
Yeah.
But even though Armed Dragon just didn't use it.
Yeah. Alright, so let's move on to week 3, which was Crystal Beasts, piloted by me.
For the most part, this is, like, the most basic list that we all looked at and went, yeah, this is going to be the best deck.
Yeah, so 1 Mammoth, 1 Kitty Cat, 1 Eagle, 1 Turtle, double of Rainbow, 1 Carbuncle, triple Sapphire, 1 I Said Hey Tigers, triple Master. I'm literally playing this card because I think it's funny. There are actually a lot of things I would change about this list now. Having continued playing the deck, there's a couple of cards I would play that I'm not playing here. Double Rainbow Dragon, 1 Neos. I would play 2 more of this card. Awakening is insane. And then triple Crystal Bond, triple Droplet, triple Neos Fusion, triple Rainbow Bridge of the Heart. 1 rare value. This is like, it was just there for Saki funniness. Double Conclave, double Miracle, triple Torrential, and a ultimate Crystal Magic.
Yep.
Extra deck is 1 Rainbow Neos, double Overdragon, double Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, a Dweller, a Bagooska, a Bamboozling, a Tornado, Apollosa, Barricade Borg, and then the Nightmares. And the side is Feather Duster, triple Regeki, triple System Down. This was in case I played against Ancient Gear exactly.
Yeah.
Because I thought that deck might put out enough power for that might actually cause me problems, so I had to have it. Double Twin, triple D Barrier, and triple Strike.
Yeah. I mean, like, this seems like it's exactly how, like, it's a little bit more janky than what you built in real life, but we already knew how powerful it was in real life too, so that's why we put it so high.
And I built it janky because I wanted to have some more fun. Like, if I was building this, like, now, I would probably cut, like, a master or 2. I would cut rare value 100%. I'd cut Ultimate Crystal Magic, and I would up Awakening to 3. So I'd run 2 more. Like, I could cut quite a few cards from this list and make it pure Crystal Beasts. And
but like, this was a very fun deck. I thought it was very interesting how it played. So
yeah, it played like, super weird.
Yeah. So I really liked it. I thought it was fun.
All right, so we've got Travis's brutal deck. And wait a minute.
The Ancient Gears.
Hold on, there's like so many cards I don't see in this list. I've got questions. Okay, we're not even into it.
Yeah, go for it.
Triple Ancient Gear Frame, 1 Gadgetron, double Golem, double Ultimate Pound. That's naughty. Triple Hunting Hound, 1 Reactor, triple Gold Gadget, double Green Gadget, double Machina Citadel, double Red, triple Silver, double Yellow, and then double Castle, a Fortress.
Double Castle and 1 Fortress.
Yeah, double Castle, 1 Fortress. Triple Fusion, a Workshop, a Foolish, double Gear Town.
Nora, come here.
Double Prosby, double Twin, and then Pank, extra, triple Howlitzer,
Nora!
a Giant, double Ultimate, Ancient Gear Golem,
Get in your bed, Lila.
a Vespinato, and a Gear Gigant.
Sit.
Okay, that's another question. Triple Ballista, a BLS, and triple Platinum. Okay. Side is Pank, triple DD, triple Droll, triple D Fusion, called by double Chalice, double Lance, Feather Duster, and double Prosby. Okay. A lot of questions. 1, why aren't you playing Ancient Gear Wyvern or Ancient Gear Box or Gadget?
It might have been just because we forgot about it.
That's fair.
Because we were looking through this, we didn't do it a ton. We didn't like go super deep. And Box, I don't see Ancient Gear Box.
So there's like 7 cards here that I would personally cut to up the consistency cards, like Gadgetron Dragon and the gadgets that aren't gold and silver. Like, I would probably cut those for like the Wyverns and the other like consistency searchers of Ancient Gear. I just don't know what they all are off the top of my head.
So Gadgetron, he wanted to play Gadgetron perfectly fine, and if he's gonna play Gadgetron, he needs to play the base gadgets.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, that adds up.
Along with like
Box is the Earth Machine tech. Okay. Oh, okay, it's for Ballista. The other thing is with double Prosby, I would have cut like Platinum Gadget and Ballista. I would have probably upped Gear Gigant to 3 because it does so much for the deck.
So he wanted to play it as a fusion deck, not as much in XCs, so we just played the 1 Geargant. And the reason Vespinato's in there is because it does have an effect that if it's destroyed, hey, would you look at that? All of a sudden, now we get a level 5 back on field.
Yeah, that's
level 5 or lower.
That's pretty good. It's a pretty solid list. I mean, it won its first outing. It just came in clean clock.
Yeah, he wanted to play it as a fusion deck, so I'm not gonna tell him that he can't play the deck how he wanted, so I helped him build it as the best version of like a fusion Ancient Gear gadget deck.
Yeah.
And we thought Citadel was a really fun thing because all the Ancient Gears are Earth, and the 3 regular gadgets are Earth, so the only non-Earth things were the silver and gold.
Yeah. No, it makes perfect sense.
And then the only thing I would say that we probably should have done, in all honesty, was add a 3rd Twin Twisters and a third Gear Town to try to pop those more often.
That makes sense. Or a heavy Storm Duster, because, this deck is built to grind a little bit.
Yeah.
But also, like, another card you could have played instead of the, like, Platinum Gadget and Ballista is, like, Mrs. Radiant to boost your Earth monsters by 500.
That's true.
And it lets you re-add them, which is really strong. But this is pretty solid. I mean, it won, so...
Yeah, he played Ballista, so that way, because what he would do is make Ballista, and as soon as he gets another machine on board, he can go Platinum Gadget, get another guy, and then if he ever summons Ultimate Gear, he has Ancient Gear Fusion almost every time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The only problem I saw with him was that he didn't try to use Frame enough.
Okay, so that does it for the first 4 weeks. Kicking off week 5, we have Gravekeepers. Okay, we'll do the card by card, and then I'm almost positive you're gonna have questions. So double Ash, double Veiler, triple Commandant, 1 Descendant, triple Heretic, triple Recruiter, 1 Shaman, double Spiritualist, 1 Magicalized Fusion, triple Necro Valley, triple Necro Valley Throne, triple Pot of Duality, double Prosby, triple Royal Tribute with an Imperial Tombs in the Necro Valley, triple Imperm, Rite of the Spirit, and triple Solemn Judgment. Then for the extra deck, which mostly doesn't matter, is 3 Supernaturalist and double Quintet. And then we're running a Dweller, a Daigusto, a Cowboy, a Access Machine, an Artemis, an Ausa, a Beat Cop, a Clara and Rushka, Dark, the Dark Charmer, and Celine. And then the side deck is double Ghost Mortar and Moonlit Chill, double Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, triple D Barrier, triple Strike, double Summon Limit, and triple Torrential Tribute.
I mean, the only real question is you just didn't want to. You thought triple Ash and triple Veiler was too bricky for it, I'm guessing.
So for me, I wanted to have the hand interruptions, and I only had 7 spots.
Get up here, Nora.
But I figured Imperm was going to be higher impact long term than the other 2, and I really I wanted to play 3 Ash, but I just couldn't find a way to make it fit in a way that I liked. Plus, with me running Royal Tribute Turbo, essentially, they're playing a high monster count doesn't make any sense because it hurts me. So having them there is just in case I'm going second, but for the most part, it's just for that.
Yeah. Okay, and then was it triple Heretic just because it's the biggest butt? Or the biggest, attack without Necro Valley?
Basically. I probably should have cut this to 2 and played 2 Descendant, personally. I really should have.
I think that would have been more correct because Heretic, if you have Necro Valley up, Heretic is the weakest of them.
It is.
Have in here, except for Recruiter.
Yeah, and one of the things I thought about doing was also playing 2 Spy, 2 Guard, and then playing double Descendant, double Heretic, or even only 1 Heretic and triple Descendant. It was just, I don't know, I was being cheeky, and that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, that's fair. I like it. Yeah. I just found it funny. Most of this actually makes a lot of sense. It's basically just get to Gravekeepers with Necro Valley on the field as much as possible.
100%.
And that's all you have to do with Gravekeepers to really make them good.
And Supernaturalist makes it really hard to out Necro Valley, which is really strong. And when you make it just this big idiot, it's really tough to deal with.
I'm surprised that you didn't at least side Stele.
I thought about it. It was on my list of cards, but what I found was because I tested with this for a little bit before I did anything. Stele probably would have replaced Veiler, but I only wanted it at 1 if I was gonna play it.
That's fair.
So
even lowering, you're not playing enough Gravekeepers for it to super be necessary.
Yeah.
But I thought it was still just good.
Yeah. There were there were times when I was testing it a little bit that I'm like, I should probably have Stele, but it was so rare and it was against much more powerful decks than what I was dealing with in YDL that I'm like, it's not necessary. Let's just not break what's not broken and just play it out. One of the things I missed in the main was actually Strike. So if I was gonna rebuild this, I would cut the Heretics down to 1. I think I'd cut the hand traps except Imperm, play the Strikes in the main, and then just with that 1 extra slot, I would play triple Descendant, and then I might actually play a Spy or a third Spiritualist, because Spiritualist was huge.
Yeah, no, Spiritualist was very good. The only other, Magicalized Fusion, very good. You basically have it for if you don't have Necro Valley, but you still need the Fusion.
I play it so if they out Necro Valley, they out my big dumb idiot. And I'm just stuck in a position where like I'm in a top deck warfare, or I draw into like Pot of Prosperity late game. I can just banish everything that isn't exactly Quintet, and then just make Quintet and kill them. Because I play so many like digging cards, like Throne searches Commandant, Commandant searches Necro Valley, Pot of Duality can get me Commandant. There's so many cards that just give me free cards that it's just like I'm going to be ahead in terms of like how many cards are in my deck, so it just makes sense to thin it out.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I see some things that I just didn't think of while we were building, because for the most part, I was trying to build with only the intent of the decks that we were talking about instead of the intent of, let's add other things.
Yeah, so the next one is...
Ojama.
Ojama. Alright, so here we are with Ojama. I already like this list. There's a couple of... Oh, yes, you're playing Hurricane. Okay, let's just get into it. Triple Ash, here's your Ashes. Double Blue, Triple Pink, Triple Fractal, Double Karis, Double Kit, Triple Nerval, Triple Black, Green, and Yellow. A Called By, a Foolish,
Shush.
a Recycling Plant, a
Go
Feather
lay
Duster,
down.
Double Country,
Go.
Hurricane, Double Oja Magic, Double Poly, Pajama, and Revolt. Extra is Double King, Double Knight, Triple Emperor, 1 Bear Brum, Triple Farragut, 1 Rugal, Double Shireg, and an Underworld Goddess, with Triple Alpha on the side, Triple Dark Ruler, Double Defusion, Double Chalice, Triple Garen Collapse, and Double Evenly. Okay, I have a few questions.
Yes.
Why are you running 3 of each of the vanillas when 2 honestly suffices?
Because I wanted to make it because I had fun with like trying without it, but the other Ojama cards, because I wanted to make sure I played a bunch of Ojama cards, so I'm playing like 26 or something like that in the
You're
main.
playing a lot.
Yeah. So basically it was the goal, if I draw into blue, I always have Oja Magic available. So making sure that Oja Magic as often as possible is alive, because as soon as they're in the graveyard, they can be used for Tri-Brigade stuff.
Yeah. So here's, this is a card we talked about later. Tri-White allows you to bring back 2 level like vanillas, 2 or 3 vanillas. So like you can actually reset everything with Tri-White.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a card.
Oh.
I know it's a card, but I forgot about it, or else I would have only been playing 2 of each.
Yeah, because then you could just like cycle them out, and then you up Oja Magic to 3.
Yeah.
And then Fusion Recycling Plant becomes your search if you were running Terraforming, which you're not.
No.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
and that's also because blue, even though I'm only playing it at 2, the Tri-Brigades kind of cycle themselves out very easily, so I didn't have to worry about that bit of my deck.
Yeah, you cycle out 4 cards off of a Fractal, so.
Yeah. And then if blue, because I knew what decks we were playing, and we were all playing like kind of janky decks, kill it by battle. I dare you. Now I get Country and Magic, or Country and Pajama, or Magic and Pajama.
Yeah.
And I can just freely grab whichever one I want that I need in that moment.
Yeah. I love this deck. This deck is so funny.
Yeah, no, and so blue seems confusing until like, because like Christian was confused by it, and then I went, all right, I'm going to activate it and search Country Magic, and he went, oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Because all it has to be is destroyed by battle, and like in a format like this, that's going to be a lot of the times. Like there's not a lot of removal.
Yeah, no, so because I knew like at least 3 of the decks we were playing that like you two were playing had to destroy by battle. Because for the most part, I knew that ninjas had to destroy by battle.
Yeah.
The Crystal Beasts normally have to destroy by battle. They don't have to, but a lot of the times, at least on turn 1, they will.
Yeah.
And Gravekeeper was the only one I was confused about, but I also knew Jinzo had to kill by battle. Did not have another choice. So I'm like,
yeah,
this would be a fun check in it.
100%. I think it's great. I think this deck looks really fun. I think that there's a couple of changes I might personally make, but it looks super fun. Like, I might make the Ashes DD Crows because they synergize better with these guys.
That was because we wanted to throw DD Crow in
oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Thunder Dragons.
Okay.
So, because we thought I thought because of the Tri-Brigade stuff, I wouldn't really need to mess with my opponent. It was just, if they summon things, I just Tri-Brigade away, and then they just can't do anything about it.
Makes sense.
The goal normally in this deck, and Christian got to see that, was I'm just going to fill my hand with Ojama cards and then use the Tri-Brigades to use those Ojama cards as material for shit.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it looks banging.
Be quiet,
It-
Nora.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Except in our very first game, my hand was double Karis, double Poly, and Oja Magic.
Ugh. Gross.
Like I'm like I played 2 of these 2 cards. Why did I open both of them?
Because Tri-Brigade hates people.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and move on to the next list, which is Jinzo.
Jizo.
Okay, so Jinzo is running triple Jinzo, triple Jector, triple Menacing Machine, 1 Citadel, double Fortress, triple Bounder, 1 Mega Cyber, triple Monk, triple Allure, 1 Amplifier. That's in here literally for cheese. Change of Heart, 3 Cyber Energy Shock, 1 Everlasting Alloy, triple Inferno Reckless Summon. This card would be cut now. With
Yes. No. He
knowledge.
reread it and went, wait, this card sucks.
Yeah. 3 Law of the Cosmos, double Limiter Removal, double Deployment, 1 Monster Reborn, triple Psychic Wave, and a Machina Overdrive. Extra depth. Johnny. Extra deck. Gargant, Jinzo Layered, Big Eye, Dreadnought, Max, Ausa, Barricade Borg, BLS, Oral Sword, Dark, IP, Unicorn, Lina, Trispania, and Abomination. And side is Duster, triple Raigeki, triple Summon Breaker, triple Twin, triple D-Barrier, and 2 more of Machina Overdrive, and that's only in there because I think we just couldn't think of anything else to put in.
Yeah. I mean, like, it makes sense. I don't... Like, I understand the Fortress and Citadel plays, and I also know that was, like, Christian really wanting to play them because he really likes those cards.
Yes, he sure does.
I think they're really good. I just don't know if I would have personally played them.
I wouldn't have either, but it's cards that he's comfortable with, and it makes him feel a little bit more at home with the deck, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's no harm,
That's
no
exactly
foul
what I was thinking, was like, he probably wanted to play them more than anything, and so that just go with it.
Yeah, it is
Yep.
what it is.
That's how I felt on the Ancient Gear deck.
Yeah, just go for it, pal.
And,
Whatever.
and also the next one that we're going to look at.
Yeah, but Change of Heart was huge, because, like, going second with this deck, if you Change of Heart, steal something, tribute summon Jinzo over it, like, that's just a big swing.
Yes. The only problem with, like, that big swing is that we really only had one deck that would play traps.
Yeah.
So it didn't make as big of a difference. Jinzo just wasn't a great deck because we were playing decks that didn't require traps, and you were playing, like, 3 of them that did.
Oh, so he wanted to play it like a bigger Machina package, but he didn't want it to feel like a Machina deck.
That's fair. I think that's correct. I wouldn't have wanted to play, like, the Ojama deck. I tried to use the Tri-Brigade stuff. Basically, I summoned 1 big Shireg, and then I used the Ojamas to summon everything else, and that's what I did for the most part.
Yeah.
But I wish I could have done that a little bit
This
better.
deck is super fun. I kind of want to, like, this is another deck that I just kind of want to tinker with and see what it can come up with.
You know, he reread Infernal Reckless Summon when I went, I don't think you can do that, and then he was confused and annoyed. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, Christian brings up a great point. We're about to show off the weakest individual strategy of YDL Season 1.
Yes.
And I don't think the person playing it played it poorly at any point.
He did not.
I think he was just stuck in matchups that either A, he didn't know how to dig his way out of a hole with, or B, Volcanics just did not offer the ability to deal with said problems.
No, they absolutely didn't. Along with, there were a few misplays that we didn't know of cards because we looked up Volcanic, started adding, and didn't put Volcanic in the description instead.
Yeah. So
Which is probably what we should have done.
Yeah. So let's go into Volcanic. So there was a couple of deck building errors, but we can talk about those later. So you're playing 3 Kaijus, Dogoran, Godarla, and Gamma Seal. You're playing double counter and double Doomfire. I'm surprised you played more than 1 Doomfire. I'm surprised you played Doomfire. 3 Queen, 3 Rocket, 3 Scattershot, 3 Shell, with double Blaze, 1 Foolish, triple Interrupted Kaiju, 1 Tri-Blaze, double Twin, triple Blaze Accelerator, a Reload, double Gozen, double Rivalry, triple Recharge, and triple Foolish Burial Goods. Extra deck, I don't think it matters. I think the entire point was to try to get either Doomfire or Rocket on field and just kind of, like, out advantage them or use the Kaijus to punch over things. So It's an access, a double Doolittle Chimera, double Hida, and then the Nightmares, a bunch of them. Link Karibo, why wasn't he playing X-Draft then? Because the extra deck doesn't matter.
Because we were basically like trying to go. He has a few options to where like he can get guys into hand, and if he can stick a guy or two on board, he can start climbing.
That's fair. One Pank, triple Nib, one Called By, triple Defusion, double Chalice, double Lance, a Feather Duster, and double Avarice. Most of the side deck actually didn't matter against.
No, the decks that.
Yeah.
Gravekeepers it didn't matter against. Ninjas it kind of did.
Yeah, he just
Crystal Beast it didn't matter against, and Jinzo it did.
Yeah. So like against Jinzo, he needed to like hope that he summoned 5 times and nib him, or hope he had a Jinzo engrave to Called By.
Yeah.
Like things that needed to happen.
This is definitely a more reactive deck, and that's where like we made a mistake in this deck building.
Yeah.
We played double Doomfire because if we got try Blaze Accelerator or Blaze Accelerator Reload with Doomfire, you freely get a big guy that burns.
I think just being able to like just find it when you need it is better than having it and just like I think one of would have been fine because all these other cards search and do so much. But yeah, no, getting to summon a big Doomfire would have been amazing. Like summoning Doomfire would have been just hype as hell.
When we were testing it with 1, he never saw it. When we tested it, we played 5 games with it at 2, and he saw it 4 of the 5 games. So we were like, oh, 2 feels like the right number because at 1 you never saw it in the 10 games we tested at. We played 5 more games with it at 2. He saw it almost every game, so it was like, okay, I feel like this might be the better option.
Yeah.
And it just didn't come up because he never got it. Because the problem with Volcanic that we found, while yes, like certain ones can search themselves or send themselves, they don't have a natural searcher in the deck for themselves.
Except for well, Rocket can and Shell can.
Rocket only searches a Blaze Accelerator.
Yeah.
Does not search Volcanic.
Which is why I think you should have ran Blaze Accelerator at 1.
We did. Regular Blaze Accelerator.
Yeah.
So the point of we wanted to run it at 2 because we give you a Kaiju. If he doesn't have Rivalry or Gozen, we don't want you to keep the Kaiju.
That's fair. And then you just blow it up.
Yeah.
Makes sense. There's a lot here. It's a really interesting deck, but that does it for our deck profiles from YDL Season 1. Dude, I think it was a lot of fun. I still think it was a lot of fun. It was just one of those things that, like...
I mean, I think for the most part, we built actually very competent decks for the strategies we were saying that we wanted to build for. Along with... everyone played their decks very well. It was just... Volcanic was that much weaker than everything else.
Yeah.
Like, I was very much looking forward because I wanted someone to pick Neospatians. And instead he chose Volcanic, and I'm like, why? If you had just picked Neospatians, like, that would have been so fun to play. What else do we really have to say on YDL?
I have nothing else. I think Season 1 was a blast. We were already working out how we want to do Season 2. It's just kind of...
It's going to take a minute.
Figuring it out. Yeah, we're working on it. It's on the list of things we want to do, but